Hello and welcome. My name is Pragya Devan and you're watching Voice News Network. And our top story today is Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States of America. And after meeting the global CEOs, PM Narendra Modi is all set for the bilateral ahead. He's scheduled to have 8 meetings in the United States, and here at VNN, we will keep you updated on all the meetings and agendas as they unfold. Now, it is understood that this bilateral meet is important for India as it will contribute significantly to strengthen India's position at the current geopolitical scenario. But this 3-day meet ahead of the Quad's Leaders Summit will deeply impact world politics too. I tell you how. The world is currently facing major challenges in terms of climate change, pandemic, economic crisis, political instability, terrorism and extremism, and also supply chain. And with the US being the superpower, all countries want to strengthen their relationship with the US. Let's now take you through the bilateral engagements that happened on day 1. PM Modi held a bilateral meeting with Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison ahead of the Quad Leaders Summit in Washington, D.C. The two leaders discussed a broad range of issues of bilateral, regional and global importance. The meeting was supposed to happen back in May 2020, which was cancelled due to the pandemic. But the Australian Prime Minister put out a tweet at that time tagging PM Modi, where he made a popular Indian snack called samosas and expressed his desire to share with him. The second important meeting of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was with Japan's Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga. This is going to be a significant meeting as well, as Suga is now about to end his tenure as Prime Minister of Japan. And third and probably the most awaited meeting of Modi was with the US Vice President Kamala Harris, which happened in Washington, D.C. ahead of Modi's in-person meeting with the US President Joe Biden. The two leaders exchanged views on several issues, including the situation in Afghanistan, the coronavirus pandemic, tackling climate change, as well as the US and India's commitment towards the Indo-Pacific region.
The United States, like India, feels very strongly about the pride of being a member of the Indo-Pacific, but also the fragility and the importance and strength as well of those relationships, including maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific.
Calling India and the US as natural partners, PM Modi thanked US for its continuous support to India during the second wave of coronavirus that hit the country badly. PM Modi also extended an invitation to Harris for a visit to India.
Excellency, आपकी ये विजय यात्रा ऐतिहासिक है। भारत के लोग भी चाहेंगे कि भारत में आपकी इस ऐतिहासिक विजय यात्रा को सम्मानित करें, आपका स्वागत करें। इसलिए मैं आपको विशेष रूप से भारत आने का निमंत्रण देता हूं।
So these were the highlights of what happened on the first day of Modi's visit to the US. And all eyes are now on Modi's in-person meet with President Joe Biden, which will take place today in Washington, D.C. Key issues like climate change, economic crisis, and the biggest of all, US troops pulling out of Afghanistan will be major talking points in today's meet. US enjoys the history of pulling its troops from Vietnam and Middle East, to say the least, and that should not be taken as disengagement and abandonment as per the US government. Instead, the United States has historically offered crucial moral support to struggles against oppression around the world, whether the Indian struggle against the British rule or the South African struggle against apartheid. And there is no reason its relationship with Afghanistan after September 2021 cannot fit in that tradition. Talking particularly about India now, yes, Prime Minister Modi will talk about the developments in terms of space technology, health and sciences, but we cannot deny that there will be talks about China's expansionism and Pakistan's involvement in the extremism that continues to be a major trouble for the Indian subcontinent. All of this and much more will be covered in our exclusive coverage on the Quad's Leadership Summit. Stay tuned and keep watching Voice News Network.